Welcome back. This is Lone Wolf, and we're playing Vintage Story 1:18:15 on a world I created with that version. We are moving this world to 119, and I will be creating a new playlist for those episodes. So this Let's Play will continue just under a different playlist. So you'll know where to find me. I'll stop posting here. You can watch the 119 series. So I don't know if this will be the last episode made with 118. It might be. Depends on how soon I decide to stop quarrying here. Because I want to get home, or I want to be back at base at the end of the last episode in 118. So that's my goal. That's what I'm going to try to do. We'll see. I don't know. It takes time to do this, and I really do think I need at least I think I need at least 4 stacks of rock. That's not what I have. Okay, shale is turning into slate now. This quarry here, at least at that part, is almost finished. Oh, believe it or not, I think I actually do have a copper shovel in my chest. Let's find out if that's so. Great. Alright, we're getting there. We're getting there, people. But I'm not leaving without 4 stacks. So let's buckle up and see how fast I can go. I can also pause this. You've already seen what I'm doing here, so I think I'll just bring you back when I'm ready to start heading home. That way I don't have to try to hurry home. I can take my time and meander. Because if I can find more terracotta, well, you know I want to. So I'll bring you all back. Well, this is likely the last pass I'm going to make on this particular quarry. Because as you can see, everything's turning into plate and longer shell. And I've dug a garbage can here. I was going to share a helpful hint about quarrying. So my specific intended use for this shale rock is very specific. I want it for my floor. So why am I telling you this? Well, because had I known before I left home that I was going to run into the rock I wanted, number 1, and then that I would be able to quarry it, number 2. I don't want this right now as a rock. I'll take it as material. Had I known, I would have brought the tools I needed to chisel this. Now, why would I want to chisel something that's going through my floor? Great question. But there's an even greater answer, believe it or not. The answer is, I want to chisel it because, number 1, I've gone through all this work to get this stuff. I didn't just walk out to the shale rock store and go and buy me some stacks of shale rock. I had to come here. I had to quarry it, just as as you see me doing, and all that's involved with it, tools and everything else. So, why am I saying that? I'm saying that because based on the amount of time, effort, energy, and materials we've put into collecting it, it actually should be valuable to us, and we should treat it as something valuable. Now, why am I saying any of that? Because, that really isn't necessarily making any sense. The reason I'm saying this is because if I hit, all I have to do is hit each of these blocks with the chisel. I don't have to chisel them, I just have to hit it with the chisel, okay? By hitting it with the chisel, it changes it from a normal rock into a chiseled rock. What is the difference between the two? They look identical. They, for all intents and purposes, are identical. But there is a difference. What is that difference? The difference is significant in that I can break a chiseled block and I still have the block. I break one of these rocks that I've worked so hard to get, and guess what I have? Some stupid stones. Not really equivalent trade, is it? But it is not. So, before I place these, I will hit them with a chisel. I should mark this somehow. I will hit them with the chisel because make it a slate or shale looking color. I don't know what I was saying, but anyways, it is different. I don't know. I get to keep all my hard work if I just hit it with a chisel. It's not going to look any different. It's going to look identical. It will be identical. Almost. All levels of anything that matter will be identical. So, taking that extra time. Now, if I do it when I'm pouring it, you'll watch me when I'm doing it. You'll see that it's kind of a pain in the butt to do it after I've poured it because I have to deal with each individual rock individually, okay? I don't get to just say, okay, chisel this whole stack. No, that doesn't work. That doesn't work at all. And so I gotta do them one at a time. And there's nothing hard about that, but making sure that you hit each one and you didn't miss one and whatever, it's just kind of a pain. But when you're quarrying it, you're handling each individual already as an individual. And so it's a little bit easier to not make mistakes, I think, by doing it that way. So my advice is chisel it while it's in the ground, and guess what? I brought almost 6 stacks home. I'm bringing almost 6 stacks home. I brought the chisel. I would be bringing home with the same amount of work almost 13 stacks. Because the blocks that I'm breaking right now just turn into stone. If I chisel each block, I get each block whole, exactly in the condition that the rock is going to be in once I get it home and I hit it with the chisel. So I actually get to bring home every rock that I break as a rock instead of half of them as stones. So it's far more efficient. You get double the yield. Yeah, bring your chisel if you're going to quarry, if you know ahead of time that you're going to be doing that. So there you go. A lot of information you didn't know, or that you didn't know you didn't want, or something. So now you know. So I'm coming on a different path than what I went there. That's how I prefer to do it. I've already seen all of whatever I came past. I see now that I'm heading up to a big water area and I don't want to go through all this island stuff. So I'm going to see what's north here as a possible path home. And if I swim, I swim. That's all right. One thing guaranteed, when I'm swimming, I'm not finding resources. Typically, I guess if I let myself sink down to the bottom, I might see some resources that way. Then I'm not really progressing home as I would prefer to be doing. So bring your chisel to quarry if you plan on maybe needing to move the rock or whatever. If you're not going to move the rock, just leave it as is. You don't need to chisel anything, but you also will bring home half as many if you don't bring the chisel. So here's your top tip. You're not going to get a lot of those from me, I don't think. Well, I don't know. Maybe you will. I have no idea, really. I kind of want to be over this. And work my way down on this side, because I know as soon as I go down, I'm going to have to work my way back up again. And, well, I'd rather not, to be honest. Nice jump, Wolf. Good job. So, there you go. I'm not. This wasn't my idea on how to do that. I mean, I've learned from so many awesome players playing on Ara Fury, because there are great players and they help each other. We work together as a community a lot on there. And you know what? You don't have to do any of those things, by the way, on Ara Fury. You can be isolated and play just like you do on single player if you wanted to. I guess I should make that clear too. These are just some of the things that you can do, and that the community, most of them do. There's no requirements. You play on Ara Fury, you can play how you want to play within server rules, of which aren't many, and they're super easy to understand. They're super easy to follow. And yeah, more beehives. Not caring about that right now at all. I'm liking the forget-me-nots. I forgot them already. Ha ha ha. Well, actually, I guess I did, in that I certainly wasn't thinking of them. Well, I saw them again. Food is held up really well. Got plenty of it. We're not home yet, of course. We're about 3,000 blocks west of home. Not getting there anytime soon, but I plan on making that happen in this episode. And I'll probably pause along the way just to make sure that we reach there. Because me just traveling is fun, and if I'm talking, saying something interesting, then you're enjoying that. But I think what we're going to do right now is I'm just going to pause this, and when something interesting happens, if it does, I'll bring you back. But either way, we'll bring you back and end our 118 finished story playing and move this to 119. Let's see what's in this chest. Nothing I want. It's in this ruin, huh? Just in case there's something really cool to find in here. Making sure you're with me. Tool, forge, tool, tool. Wow. How many tools are there? This is kind of like my base, isn't it? I blew that. Yeah, this is, I think this is my base, just Basalt. Yep, this is my base. This is my house. This is where I live. Except this is Basalt. I will take the plaster diagonal logs. We will check out the ruin. Alright, that's the lore we just got. You want to read it, you can pause and have at it. And now that is useless to me. Alright, well, this is pretty cool. And it's nice to know where there's a basalt area. Because I haven't found one yet. And if things are what they're supposed to be, this should supposed to be a basalt area. No, I said I don't need you. Wait, man. Stop harassing me. Yeah, this essentially, Big Ruin is where I live. A little bit different, little variant on it, but that is what we made base out of. One of the things you get from a basalt area is obsidian. And if this were early game, believe me, all my tools would have been made from obsidian. They are superior to the flint. But this was a really important thing to bring you back for, but it's confirmed, yes, this is an obsidian area, or basalt area, so yay! One more known location for another rock type. I thought I'd share this with you. Up here on the surface, we got boiling lava right out of the wall. Wow. Don't fall into it, Wolf. Well, you think maybe I shouldn't fall into it? Okay. Thinking you might have good advice right there. Anyways, there you go. So we're right here, smack dab at the glacier where we've been on the other side, and then we came around this way. Anyways, it doesn't work too well. Still heading home. Kind of got over one part, but we should be able to get through. It's probably easier if I just go back out and come around this way. But yeah, those are pretty gnarly mountains. Alright. I think we've found a way out around, over, through, just around the glacier. And I didn't ever think that I was going to go over it just heading, and then I got there and thought, well, I'll share this with you. Take another vessel. Need that. Don't need that. Don't want that. Brown clay bricks? Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, journey continues home. Look what we have here. We pulled 3 polar bears. Oh crud, I didn't see the 3rd one. Those things are huge. Oh, come on. Ah, just run. Don't sit there and push the wrong keys, Wolf. Yeah, we can get the GUI back on later. Let's not become dinner for that spectacular creature. Wow. That's not the time to push the wrong keys. Okay, trip continues. Believe that to be an orange tree. And while you were away, I harvested a different orange tree, and now I'm going to take this one too. Huh. A fruit-bearing orange tree. So we've got 10 cuttings right now. May as well take this one too. More trees than I can use. And I know that from experience, but I also know from experience that you have no idea how many of these things will live or die. There's a high mortality rate on them. So if you want 6, you better grab 10, you know, that kind of thing. Why didn't we get those? I don't know. Harvesting is interesting too. Look at all that fruit we're getting. So yeah, we're gonna take this. We still got some more harvesting to do. Yeah, how do you not get harvested when you're harvesting? Okay, there's a... Why not harvesting this? And really the harvesting. We've got more fruit than we can consume. I'm kind of being silly here, trying to get every piece of fruit. Well, looks like 16 is a stack. You can get logs anywhere. Alright. Tree anymore, but it's a tree. If nothing, I get more from taking that, so bring you back. There it is. We made it home. It was nice to have made it home. Wow. Is that the only one that's not harvestable? Yeah, it's the only one. he's large, and I don't know what 3 hours and 7 minutes means, but something's happening in 3 hours and 7 minutes. Okay. For me, this is kind of a momentous episode because this is it. We will not be recording using 1.18.15 anymore. It'll be 19 something. 5 in this case. Oh, look at that, perfect. 5 more plots. 5 more plots. Farmland. There, Prita. Prita, you say tomato, I say tomato. Alright, well, we almost have another stack of these. Let's see what's in here. Oh, yes, our orange cuttings. Our shale rock. Yeah. We need to take the chisel too. Hopefully I remember to do that. And that'll kind of be a pain in the backside, but it'll be okay too. So 5.5 stacks of that. Where did I put the small stone? Oh, there they are. I don't know, let's put the brown clay bricks there. We put tree seeds up here. And that's kind of what these are. Bones. Vessels. Storage vessels. Maybe place 1 or more of these guys. Just put all the new guys in here. Let's fill in the hole. Flowers. No. Flowers here. New painting. Galena and sphalerite. Did I have no galena? Have that. And then medium iron. Where do you go? I don't know. maybe you're the building block. Good. Cleaver. That'll come nice when it's time to cull. Another table. Green marble table though. This one's fancy. Very fancy schmancy. Table over there. How about a table here? High-end, baby. High-end. Gears that we never found occasion to use. So we spoke with many traders on this trip. Lots of commodity traders, some treasure hunters. Alright, since this is the last episode being created with 1.18, one thing I did notice when I brought the world over to 19.5 that the cellar ice can be an unknown block. So if I just take it up, put it in here, and then once we playing in 1.19, we'll put the ice back in. Wow. Wow. This is awesome. Well, this is it. This is the end of me making content from 1.18. It's now 1.19. It'll be in a new playlist, so come find the new playlist. It won't be hard. This has been an absolute pleasure for me to do. Don't lose where this world goes. It's going to be in 1.15 or 1.19. So thank you so much for everything. If you like what I'm doing, please consider subscribing. Many of you have, and I appreciate it so much. If you like a video, click on that like button. And any comments, questions, continue to post those. I'd love to hear them all. Thank you so much. Thank you. Come watch the new videos as we play in 1.19. Thank you so much, and goodbye.